All right, I'm actually starting this podcast over because I used the F word in the previous podcast, and I don't want to use the F word. I want this to be a relatively clean podcast. I want this to be relatively clean. Relatively. What does relatively mean? And occasionally, I might say things like drat or God's bodkins. Just watching a guy in a motorcycle zoom by. The motorcycle has neon yellow highlights. Looks very Tron. I wonder if that guy gets laid a lot. Wouldn't that be something if that guy got laid less than I do? Which at this point means he only would have had sex 3 times or less. Wouldn't that just be something? I don't want to drive a motorcycle. You know why? Because you don't say drive a motorcycle. You say ride a motorcycle. I want something that is big enough to drive, that can protect me, theoretically, from impact. Then again, you ride a bus, you ride a train, but you ride a motorcycle. You are as helpless on a motorcycle as you are a passenger on a train. Yeah, you don't drive a motorcycle and you don't drive a bike. Because driving also, I think, implies there's this forward pushing energy, this sense of I can tear through a mountain with this vehicle. Whereas riding a bike is, well, I'm on the bike and I'm guiding it. I'm telling it where to go, and I might get there sometime, hopefully. I'm seeing an ad for Panda Express, a billboard. Panda Express, that's all I need to say about it. Panda Express. There's a special place in my heart for Panda Express, and that place is now clogged. And I'm not dissing Panda Express. Not at all. But let's be honest about Panda Express. This is not good food. I mean, it tastes good, but it's not good for you. Otherwise, it would be called... Okay, let me just tell you I have to interrupt this. I am caught behind this street sweeper, and literally it stopped and it dumped trash on the street. It is dumping. This is supposed to be cleaning the streets. It is dumping dirt on the street behind it. Are you kidding me? This is not cleaning the streets. It is moving dirt from one place to another. I can't believe I'm looking at this. I'm driving through North Hollywood, which never really looks clean. Now I understand why. It was pooping out dirt. Did nobody see this? Did nobody see this? Yes, I live in North Hollywood, and I can I can feel the screenplays. I can feel the series Bibles being typed. I can feel them. That should be an X-Men character. Somebody who can just automatically tell if the script is good. That's their mutant power, without having to read it. Professor X, we must produce the Ocelot Chronicles. It's a good read. I enjoy Ocelot. That's a good name for. It's a good name. Animal's fine. Good name. It's a good name for comedy. I'd read the Ocelot Chronicles. Why is Ocelot a funny name? Well, is the word onomatopoeia? I don't know if that's the right one, but there's a lot of there's a good rhythmic word. Ocelot. I think it's the a lot that does it. Os. A lot. It doesn't sound like a very scientific word to name an animal. And not even it doesn't even sound like lion sounds. That's a primal word. Lion, tiger, bear. Oh my! And then you've got ocelot. It sounds like a throwaway. It doesn't sound like a name. It sounds like a shrug off. What kind of animal is it? Ocelot. You know what ocelots? There's a lot of oceloting. I'm wondering if the name, I should look this up, because now I'm terrified that I'm being accidentally culturally insensitive. If the name is actually from a native word in another language, which if you speak the other language with the other language's cadences and pronunciations of vowels, it sounds a lot better. But the Americanized ocelot is totally destroying the beauty of the word. Kind of like croissant, which destroys croissant. You take croissant. And we can't say crescent. I've tried ordering a crescent roll, and they don't know what it is. I have to say croissant. But I can't say croissant, because then I'll sound like I won't sound right. Like I'm trying to be French. If it's the only French way I say it. Yes, I'd like to get some hot green tea and some of these peanuts and a croissant. Doesn't work. The only way I can get away with saying it correctly is I have to speak either French or English with the French accent. Yes, I would like the, how you say, the peanut, and I would like the croissant and some green tea. Thank you very much. Yeah, and even then, that's not a good accent. But that's the only credible way I can't just drop croissant into a word like it's nothing. Well, there you go. What? Saladino's food service. Am I looking at this name right? Saladino? Because it looks like somebody just took the word salad and tried to make it sound like an Italian last name. Please tell me that's what happened. Please tell me that's what happened. It's like the name that somebody who is not a mafia boss would randomly come up with, who was trying to pretend to be a mafia boss in front of other mafia bosses. Yo, what's your name? My name. What's my name? It's Saladino. Saladino. Tomato Saladino. That's my name. Tomato Saladino. Of the Saladinos, we control Arvada, Colorado. You familiar with Arvada, Colorado? That's our region. We control all the laundromats in Arvada. Saladinos. That's right. I feel good about that riff. I feel good. I think we accomplished something with that riff, I think. Saladinos and Oscelots. There's the name of the podcast right there. Saladinos and Oscelots. Yeah. They're working on the stoplight. Again, at 9 in the morning. I think this stoplight has been malfunctioning for nigh on a week. Yes, and I said nigh, N-I-E. I'm not sure if it's the right context or the right usage. I think it is, though. So I've now insulted whoever came up with the name Ocelot, possibly an entire culture. I've definitely insulted Saladinos. This podcast has actually been quite damaging to the environment. The carbon footprint on this is nasty. This guy says his name is Saladino. I don't think he's really a mafia boss. I think his name is Frederick. And he's the Jewish accountant. And he was sent to work on the frontier, where he did nothing. Can I talk about Star Trek yet? I started to talk about Star Trek, and then I deleted the podcast, and then now I'm doing this. So I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about Star Trek. If I did talk about Star Trek at the beginning of this podcast, and now I'm talking about it at the end, and I've forgotten, that's a Saladino move right there. I'm doing one joke per day about Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And I want to do as many jokes as there were episodes. So the one I'm working on today has to do with the name of the shuttlecraft on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. They're called runabouts. And that's not a ship I want to be flying in a war zone. Yeah, go take the runabout. That's a ship that's when you need to get milk. You take the runabout. Then in the third season, they finally got the Defiant. That's the ship you need. A ship that defies, not a ship that runs a few errands. Or a ship that just makes a short jaunt. There's a whole class of Starfleet ships. There's the Runabout. There's the... I just need to slip out and get some milk at the store. That's the name of the class of the ship. There's the Brisk Walk. There's a ship. There's a ship you feel confident flying into a war zone. What class of ship is it? A Brisk Walk. Brisk Walk class. Does it have any weapons? No, it has a cup holder. I think it can make espresso. You mean espresso? Did I say espresso? Yeah, you did. Oh, by the way, if we're going to have espressos, can we also have croissant? There's a place to end the podcast, but I'm not done driving yet. I would have been if that light had been fixed back there, and if I didn't get caught behind that street sweeper. Don Carmichael. My name isn't really Saladino. That's just a made-up name. My name is Frederick. I'm an accountant. I'm not a mafia boss. I don't run all the laundromats in Arvada, Colorado. Even though we're on opposite sides of the law, I respect you. And I understand what you and your family have gone through. I can't live this lie anymore. You're still going to kill me, aren't you? Yes, I am. Frederick.